Hi everyone, welcome to the NFPA LiNK YouTube channel. This page is dedicated to answering key questions you have related to electrical and life safety. With easy-to-use digital access to NFPA codes and standards, NFPA LiNK is your window to productivity. Today, we're going to talk about occupancy classification, which in my opinion is one of the most important topics covered by the Life Safety Code. So we're going to go ahead and get started. When we're talking about NFPA 101, the occupancy classification is so incredibly important because it is an occupancy-based code, right? So when you look further down in the chapters, you're going to see different chapters for assembly occupancies and educational. All the different occupancy classifications have their own chapter. And so it's incredibly important to make sure you have the right occupancy classification. Otherwise, you could be misapplying requirements. So when we get to chapter 6, which is the classification of occupancy chapter, we'll see some enhanced content here. And this goes on to talk about how chapter 6 was developed to reflect the design, features, usage patterns, and unique life safety needs of occupants who are characteristic of a given occupancy. So what does that mean? Well, when you think of occupants, say in a hotel versus occupants in a business occupancy, in a hotel, we're expecting those occupants to sleep. And in a business occupancy, we're expecting those occupants to hopefully be awake, right? So that right there is a huge occupant characteristic difference, right? Our level of awareness is much greater when we're awake. We can respond quicker than when we're sleeping. Another key difference in those is if it's more of your traditional type of hotel where you're going and staying only a night or two, not one of your long-term stay hotels, versus, again, that business occupancy, our level of familiarity with that building could be significantly different. If it's the business occupancy that we work in, we're going to be very familiar with that space, whereas when we're in a hotel, we're not there very often. Maybe it's our only time ever being there. We might not be as familiar with the building setup. So all of these different characteristics of the occupants do play a role in determining the requirements for those occupancy classifications. When you're within chapter 6, you're actually going to see the different definitions for each of the occupancies. So we'll just take a look at one of them. We'll take a look at assembly occupancy. So that's an occupancy that is used for a gathering of 50 or more persons for deliberation, worship, entertainment, eating, drinking, amusement, awaiting transportation, or similar uses. Or it's anything that's used as a special amusement building, regardless of the occupant load. There is some annex material here, and we can see some examples of assembly occupancies. So things like courtrooms, dance halls, drinking establishments, libraries, museums, skating rinks. These are all examples of assembly occupancies. We hope that provided some insight into occupancy classification. For more info about how NFPA LiNK gives you the knowledge you need to get the job done right, visit www.nfpa.org/link. Thanks for watching.